Oh yeah, this is gonna be sweet. All right, welcome to the video, and as you can already tell, in today's video we're gonna be taking this standalone Kobalt router table apart, disassembling it, obviously, and adding it to our Delta 36-725 T2 table saw. It's a perfect fit, and I'm not the one that thought of this. I saw it somewhere else. There is another video about this, but I figured I'd make my own, so let's get into it. Okay, so if you have this router table and you put it together, chances are you probably know how to take it apart. Pretty simple, but just in case, I figured I'd include it. The router mounts with 3 screws, which I've already undone. Just take these 3 screws out, and the router comes right out. On the top there are 4 bolts, here, 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 and here. And on each side there are 2 bolts that you don't have to take out completely, but you do have to loosen. Which I've already done that, so let's just take it off. So once you get your router table taken off of the base that it came with, you want to come over to your table saw, and this little cross brace here, we need to flip it. And it's pretty simple. 4 little bolts, roll it over, tighten them back up. I did, however, I just happened to have the same Allen wrench that it came with. I had to cut it. It's normally this long, and I had to cut it to where it fit in between the railing for the table saw and the mounting bracket. So this is, you might have to cut one of your own, unless you want to disassemble like the whole rail, which nah, no thanks. Sounds awful. Anyways, let's get this flipped over and then we can get our top mounted. All right, and that is it for that. It took about 4 minutes. Once you have this done, you're ready to mount your top, which is super simple. All right, so now that we have the bar flipped over, we can grab our tabletop and just place it on top of here. This bar will pretty well hold it up, but you will need to attach it in the backside right here with 3 little bolts. In the meantime, I'm gonna use these clamps just to kind of help hold it up. It sits down nice and flush on this end. Take one of your clamps and just clamp it to the back there. Same thing on the other side. And that's it. That's not it. You will have to do a little bit of adjusting left to right. So, take that back off. Take that back off and slide it over just slightly. The edge of the tabletop is going to just be barely sitting on the nuts that hold up the cross brace. Dang, that's really in there. There we go. Use a level, make sure it's sitting below or flush with the edge of the tabletop. And that's it. So as you can see right there, the edge of the table is just barely sitting on these two nuts, and the same thing on the other side. And back here, I just use these little hand clamps to help hold the router in place until I put a bolt here, and a bolt here. There's already holes pre-drilled into the wing of the table saw. So basically you're just drilling through the aluminum of the router table. Once you have your table on, you can go ahead and install your router. This is probably the hardest part of the process, but still pretty simple. The biggest part is making sure your holes line up and your adjustment hole is in the right spot. So yeah, I made that mistake already. Okay, that was painless. Before I mount the switch, I will say on the router, it comes with 2 handles installed and also some little adjustment knobs for the edge guide. I took all of that off. It kind of gets in the way. I found that out the hard way also. Okay, let's put the switch on and we're done. This here is the original mounting holes for the switch. I decided to move it over a little bit because I found with the switch in the box all the way back here, adjusting the height of the router kind of was a bear. You'd have to, it was a bear. It sucked. So yeah, I just moved it over. Be sure not to move it over too far because you will run into the edge of the rail. I got pretty lucky when I did that. All right, last, plug it in, and we're done. Okay, so that is it for this one. If you liked this video or found it helpful, maybe consider hitting that like button, subscribe if you aren't already, which chances are you're not, because I think there's a total of, I don't know, 6 people subscribed to this channel. I might know 5 of them. So yeah, I will be putting out more content. Right now I'm currently in the process of building a versatile workbench. I didn't design it myself. I downloaded the plans from Shop Nation. If you haven't seen his videos, go check it out. He has some pretty cool projects, some good ideas, and I'm probably going to be doing a couple more of them. So yeah, thanks for watching.